Welcome to Meldon Law and Friends. I'm Jeffrey Meldon, founder and attorney at Meldon Law, and we have a great show for you today. Home building is something that is near and dear to me because my father built communities of homes in Cleveland, Ohio for 40 years plus, and I got to work as a salesman in real estate, and today we've got a outstanding guest with us, Fernando Torres.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Fernando.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for having me today. I'm very excited in order to be part of this podcast today.
Yeah, so you're in the home sales business, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And tell us a little bit about the company you work for.
Perfect. So I work for D.R. Horton, the largest builder in the United States. D.R. Horton's mission is to bring affordable housing to every corner and every space of the United States. We have ingrained ourselves here in Alachua County. We had about 5 communities by the end of this past year, and we just are now starting 2 new projects here in Alachua County. So total 7.
Now, you know our listeners are from Marion County as well, and I know you have a lot of presence in Marion County as well, right?
Yes, Marion County is the heart and grain of this company, yes.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about the origins, the beginnings of D.R. Horton and how they wound up with the mission of, building homes that families could afford and raise their families in.
Well, it all really started with Donald Horton. He was the founder and CEO coming to this track. He passed away in 2024, unfortunately. However, there is a new presence, a new CEO. He's bringing the same vision and mission to every corner with the same idea that Mr. Horton had. And really, we have so much of a big company that they come in, they're able to buy down the rates, they're able to help you with closing cost incentives. And so I think that's a big help in terms of the home purchasing.
Right now, home building is in a challenging period because interest rates are higher than what we had 5 years ago, and the cost of materials has gone up.
Yes.
So the bigger companies are often able to figure out strategies in order to create ways for people to be able to purchase and also afford the expenses of owning their own home. What are some of the innovative strategies that D.R. Horton has come up with in that regard?
I think, Mr. Jeffrey, is all about creating those real long-term relationship with the companies that we work with already, like trusted brands, Mohawk Flooring, Carrier brands for our appliances, Whirlpool. And I think of them having those long-term relationships, we're able to build lots of homes and keep the cost low by buying so many appliances all at once for every single house that we build.
Yeah. So what's the price range on the homes that you build?
Yeah. So here we have homes that can price anywhere from $270,000 all the way to $500,000. So we're in between $270,000 to $500,000.
So $270,000 to $500,000, and what square foot range would that be?
Yeah, we're looking at homes anywhere from 1,400 square feet to 3,200 square feet, anywhere from Alachua to Marion County.
Okay, well, that's very affordable, and I'll tell you why, because new homes today easily can cost $300 a square foot.
Easily.
So a 1,400 square foot home, 300 a square foot would be $420,000, and if you can bring it in at $300,000 in that neighborhood, then folks are getting a good value.
They're getting great value, Jeffrey. And another good thing is with the special rates that we have, the typical buyer is saving anywhere from $300 to $500 on their monthly payment. So if I had one buyer looking at $350,000 price range with a market rate versus a $350,000 home with the same price, we're looking at $300 to $500 savings just in the monthly.
Well, not only that, you allow more buyers to qualify for the homes, because if you can buy down the interest rate, and explain a little bit what buying down the interest rate means to our listeners and viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. So D.R. Horton's so big and massive. We're a Fortune 500 company. They're able to spend millions of dollars in buying points. So what they do is they buy down the rate in advance so they can lock it. And once you go under contract on an existing home that's already currently available, we're able to lock that special rate, and it's at no cost to the buyer.
And when you're locking in the rate, are these on 30-year mortgages?
Yes, 30 years fixed.
So Fannie, Freddie mortgages, federally backed mortgages at fixed rate.
Yes, sir.
It's a fixed rate for the term of the mortgage, 30 years? Because that's incredible, folks. For those of you that are looking at rates now, they're somewhere between 6.5% for a 30-year fixed mortgage. And everybody got spoiled because we got these 3% rates, right?
Right. Everybody is spoiled. I mean, really, when it comes down to a family that has been working really hard and you get to see them coming onto the whole entire process, and it's really rewarding, going through the experience and getting to see home buyers or customers going into buying their first home and experiencing that. I think that's what it's all about. I think helping the community save more and get into a bigger home for less money.
Well, it creates a pride and ownership. You can tell when you come into a community where everybody owns it versus renting it, because everybody's fixing up their yard, everybody's fixing up their home, everybody, wants to make sure that, they have one of the nicer looking homes in the community, right?
That is true. And that's what it's all about, really. It's about creating that home ownership. I get a lot of home buyers saying like, hey, after closing, this happened. And, the good thing about D.R. Horton is that we have a great warranty system. Our construction managers, the customer care team is very exceptional. I used to work for other custom builders in my past experience, and I think D.R. Horton process has something very special. They really take care of you even after you close.
Yeah, well, we were talking earlier, and I shared with you that my father and my uncle built communities of homes in the Cleveland, Ohio area, 2 communities with over 500 homes, which meant that in each community they were maybe 10 years building out 500 homes.
Wow.
And my dad would joke because somebody would come to him who they had built the home, say, 7 years before, and the plumbing wasn't working, and they come in and they say, Mr. Meldon, well, my plumbing, didn't work. And rather than explain to them that isn't normally covered under warranty, after 7 years, he just send they had a full-time crew of plumbers. They just send them out and fix it, because that person would refer their friends to the community and take care of them. So having a company that takes care of their customers is extremely important.
It's extremely important, Mr. Jeffrey. I kid you not. I was able to first purchase my first home thanks to D.R. Horton. Me and my family have now a home. I am able to provide a house for my little daughter, and I think that's part of why I really like working for this company, is because of that reason. They're able to provide. And
so is that how you got the job, when you bought the home?
Funny story. No, I actually got the home after I worked for them.
Oh, because my father sold a home to a woman named Lucille,
Really?
And her husband was an engineer, and she was a very sharp lady, And she was living in the community, and my dad said, "Hey, you want to come and work for me when I leave for home for dinner and on weekends and stuff like that?"
That's how it happens.
Yeah, that's how it happens. And she only worked for my dad for 37 years. Okay,
wow. Hey, that's really good. 37 years. Wow.
Yeah. Now, what's your biggest day for sales in the home market?
We have 4 specific dates. Every quarter of a year, we do an event called the Red Tag. That's where we have the most amount of homes on the ground, and homes that are available get special rates. They get special closing cost incentives. So the builder preps up for those special dates. So January, April, July, and October.
Oh, wow. Now, is there a day of the week that's the busiest?
Really, weekends are always the busiest. But I would say during those 4 times, I would say the Red Tag runs for about 2 to 3 weeks during that same month. So
Right.
it should be for the entire month.
Well, so in my world, when I was 13 years old, my dad sent me out to sell homes. That's what our family did, right?
Yeah.
And so he was the builder and the seller of the homes. And the busiest time of the year was right after church on Sunday. Wow. Okay, from about 12 o'clock, 11:30, 12 o'clock until 5 o'clock or so. Everybody was out there looking for homes.
Well, now you have the experience. So by knowing the experience and knowing your timings, you're ready for it, right?
Yeah. Well, wouldn't you say 11:30 till 4 or 5 on Sunday is a busy time?
It is a really busy day, yes. Weekends overall, but Sundays after church, yes. A lot of people, everybody's in family. They're enjoying. They're going out for food, for brunch, and they have their families. And hey, let's go take a look.
Hey, when things are rocking, we used to have 30, 40 cars parked in front of our development.
Wow, you guys were getting busy.
Well, that's how you sell a lot of homes. You got to keep we advertised on a major station in Cleveland.
Really?
And one of my father's favorite comedians, you probably never heard of them, but their names were Abbott and Costello.
Okay.
And so I think it was at 11 o'clock we sponsored the Abbott and Costello show on a major station in Cleveland.
Everybody was turning on the radio. And
no, it was TV.
Oh, it's TV? Okay.
Yeah. No, it was TV because they're comedians and they did. They started in vaudeville many, many years ago. But
cool.
But I've always admired people that are successful in building communities of homes, and I know the name D.R. Horton very well. The company's been around for a long time.
Yes.
And you have a reputation for building communities, and you're able to figure out ways in which to bring in customers, and when they see a home they fall in love with, figure out how to get them into that home. Right?
Yes. No, you're right. There is a process to it. There's a lot of work into this. Really, it's not easy getting families, interested in, or maybe finding buyers for that specific community. Everybody has a motivation. Everybody has a different motivation in terms of when they're moving. Some people may be relocating because of work. Some may be relocating because they need a bigger home. And so really finding out, building rapport with those clients, really understanding where they're at, where they sit, and what they want to do next, I think is very important in the whole entire transaction. I really like building a lot of rapport with my customers. That way I can finally find a specific home for them. And if they like it, then they found their dream home.
So now most of the homes you're building, ranch home, one-level homes?
We are building single-story and two-story homes.
Oh, you also build two-story?
Yes, sir.
Because if you need 4 bedrooms, you got to go up 2 stories, right?
We got 4 bedrooms, single-story. We have 4 bedrooms, two-story. I think D.R. Horton, I believe in the Alachua County and Marion County area, we have, I believe, between 25 and 30 different floor plans.
Oh, wow. So over the years, you've found floor plans that your customers really like.
Yes.
And you're able to come in and build that many different floor plans.
Yes.
And what I like about that is that it creates a different look in the community that every home isn't cookie cutter.
Correct. Yes.
Oh.
And that's why we have also two different series of homes. We have an Express series with all the appliances included, blinds, smart system, but we also have a more Emerald series, which is a little higher scale in terms of finishes, trims, but we can help out both type of buyers, whether they want on the lower end or on the higher end.
Right. I mean, if somebody's just trying to get into a home for the first time and their income qualifies them for a certain price point, then that's what you have to work with, right?
Yeah, exactly. First home, and then future homes will be from moving forward, right?
Yeah. And so now, where did D.R. Horton start?
Texas.
Okay.
Yes, Texas is the main heart of D.R. Horton. That's actually the main headquarters is from Texas.
What part of Texas?
Houston
or Dallas, probably.
No, it's Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth.
Oh, Fort Worth. Well,
Yes.
that's right next to Dallas, so
Yes,
it's
next
pretty
to
close.
Dallas, Fort Worth.
So they started in Fort Worth, and then I know they've been in Florida for a while now. Though.
Wow, yeah, they've been in Florida. I would say almost every city of Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been here a long time. I know Orlando, they're huge in.
Wow, one of the biggest divisions is Orlando.
Yeah, because Orlando is growing like crazy.
It
And
is.
we used to have orange groves in Orlando. Now they're communities of homes.
Now we're growing homes, not oranges, but homes. That's it. It is.
So let's talk about, to our listeners and viewers here, what are some of the things that you should be looking for when you're buying a new home? Let's start with the kind of community it is, the location, the price point, the different amenities. What are some of the basics that you advise your customers on as far as looking for a new home to settle into?
I like that question, Jeffrey. I think you hit it on the nail. I believe area, number one. You have to look at your areas. You firstly want to make sure that you like where you want to live, right?
Well, what I learned was school zone, school zone, school zone.
School zone too. I was going next there. I was going for the school zone as well. If you're looking for, if you have family, if you have kids, I think definitely good school zone is a 100% must. Third, about the community. You got to drive the community, feel out the community. Not every community is for every person. We have communities where we have clubhouses. We have communities where we don't have any amenities. So I think driving the community, you having a feel for it is very important. But ultimately, when you're looking for a home, you want to make sure that you're looking at special incentives. We're always running incentives. So for those people that are looking in buying a home in the next few months, with D.R. Horton, if you find the home that's completed today, that home is the one that qualifies for every incentive that you see out there. Now, if you see homes that are early in construction or halfway through construction, they may not qualify for all the specials. So I think if you're looking with us, you got to look at the one that's completed.
But you're normally building spec homes all the time, right?
We are, yes.
I mean, so here's how it goes, folks, that there's certain times of the year, like after school's out, in May and June, right?
Correct.
When that's the time when families want to move from one home to another home because it's in the middle of the school and the kids get to start fresh in September or August now, where they can start a new school.
Yep.
So if you're in the building business, you better start building some homes in January that can be ready by July or August, right?
Yes, he's 100% sure.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
How long does it take to construct a home?
I get a lot of backlash on this, but I think it's we build between 90 and 100 days.
Which is amazing.
It's amazing, and the reason why we build in 90 to 100 days is because this builder has every process in place. that there's no skipping or cutting corners or anything. I do get a lot of that from home buyers. Really, 90 to 100 days is what usually a builder takes in building a home. I went from semi-custom building, and really it was taking anywhere from 8 to 12 months, but because we did not have permits on hand. With us, we already have the permits, and if we can permit, we're building that home in 90 to 100 days.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, look, I've seen where Habitat for Humanity builds homes in 24, 48 hours, right? I mean, it can humanly be done to build a quality home in 90 days. It's the delays, permitting, obviously. If you have to wait a week to get a building inspector out, right, to check, whatever, the plumbing, the electric, whatever, right, it's going to slow the process down.
100%.
So how do you deal with that challenge?
Wow, our construction managers have everything figured out. They have tools and resources that the builder provides where they're able to build homes with a tablet on their hands. Literally, my construction manager has a tablet. He goes out in the field, he checks all his homes, he's checking that every trade and every contractor and every partner that we work with is doing their thing. Once he completes his rounds, he's checking on spot, and I think that's how he really gets it done.
Well, it's good to hear that Alachua County inspectors are able to keep up with you, because I know in Marion County, getting a building inspector out there, it's like almost impossible.
It is challenging to get these inspectors to come and inspect and do the scheduling. However, we have so many homes on the ground. I believe that they're already used to seeing us out there. And I think that our construction managers are having those really good relationship with the city inspectors in order for them to have that continuous business going and not delay anything. I think it's very important.
So if you have 25 or 35 homes that are under one phase of construction or another, when the building inspector comes out and you're organized, you can go from one house to the other and check off the boxes as far as that you meet code, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly how it goes. I had a community in Newberry called Avalon Woods. We were selling this past year, we were selling in 1 month, let's say 20, 30 homes. The more we sell, the more the builder builds, right? So when we started building the other 10, 20, or 15 homes every month, we would start 5, and then the following week we start 5, and then that way we can kind of scatter down the space, space out the homes. That way my construction manager already schedules 1 month the inspector to be here, 1 week here, and 1 week the other. So I think that keeps it going.
Well,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's very important, because the process of buying a home can be very complicated. I mean, first you have to collect all your financial data. You have to, submit it to a financial institution, a bank, a mortgage lender, somebody to get qualified, right?
Yes.
Now, do you help people as far as finding people that can help them with doing all that?
Yes, that's actually another good one, Jeffrey. We do everything in-house. Mm-hmm. So doing everything in-house is that you have a team of people behind the scenes working for every client. When it comes to mortgages and financing, we have our in-house preferred lender, where we offer these special rates, these closing cost incentives and everything. However, if we have a customer that does not qualify with a preferred lender, we have partner lenders that also offer incentives in order for you to qualify. DHI Mortgage tends to be a little bit more restrictive. It's the in-house lender of the builder, wants to make sure that everything is moving. Partner lenders have different programs that are available to certain unqualified customers with the in-house lending. So overall, we have a program for every need.
Well, that's really important, because nowadays the cost of building has gone up so much, and the interest rates are high.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you know this, but for 30 years, 6% interest was considered normal.
Yes.
Okay. We all got spoiled, right? And interest rates went down to, 3% and some even lower. And I remember this was in the late 1950s, and interest rates had climbed up to, in the 6% range, right? And people would come in and they would have homes that they had to sell. But the rates back in the early 1950s were in the 3.5%, 4% range.
Wow.
Okay, and my father told me, yeah, son, back in the day, we had 3% mortgages, like right after World War II, okay?
Right.
And some of it was because the government was subsidizing it, but a lot of it just was the rate of inflation was a lot different than it was today, and there were other factors involved. However, for those of you that are waiting for rates to get back to 3%, don't hold your breath.
We already have it.
That ain't coming back. So if you want to get into home ownership, a company like D.R. Horton is meeting those challenges, because you can have, two earners in the family, both, doing pretty good. However, the cost of home ownership has gone up so much that in order to qualify, that's one of the biggest challenges. You can sell somebody a home and they go, I want this and this and this and this and this. And then you go to qualify, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute. So do you advise people to figure out what they can qualify for as far as their total home costs and down payment before they start picking out their home?
Good. So doing this for so long, I wouldn't say so long. I only have like 5 years experience in my whole career life with real estate. But I get to see this so often that you get to a point where you get to ask the right questions. Mm-hmm. And when you ask those right questions, you get the right responses. And then you start figuring out and collecting all these little pieces that kind of tell you if we're on the right direction or if we're on the wrong direction. And if we are on the right direction, where we see that the customer is qualifying, mentally qualifying, then I would suggest them to go ahead and talk to my in-house lender. The good thing about my in-house lender is that they're literally a call away. We have Teams chat, so I can just Teams them and say, hey, I have this client over here with me. We're looking at this scenario. They can talk to the buyer in terms of if they have any mortgage-related question, but really it would be applying, going through the whole pre-qualification process, and that way your lender can find out the real debts, the real credit score, because sometimes Credit Karma, FICO, Experian won't tell you the correct credit score. A lot of people say, hey, I have a 720, but when we run the mortgage application, it comes down to 680. So really understanding your financials with your mortgage lender is number one priority.
Well, let me ask you this. If we have someone who currently owns a home and they need the equity from that home in order to purchase a new home, but they haven't sold their home yet, do you do contingency contracts where the sale is contingent upon the sale of their existing home?
Yes, that's correct. I currently have one right now. My client is, she's needing to sell her current exit home in order to purchase my new home with me. We did a contingency in the contract where if she gets her home under contract, then we will do a house to sell contingency. That's the one we have for that.
And how does that work?
So house to sell, she has a house to sell, so she's currently selling her house. Right. She goes under contract with us, and we do a house to sell contingency. So once she has her house under contract, we would do a house to close contingency. So that would actually work into the contract, and ultimately she would sell her home and then back to back close it with us.
So the home buyer puts their home up for sale.
Yes.
And then what happens if they can't sell their house?
we would have to cancel the contract.
And then you cancel it, and they walk away from it, basically,
Yes.
right? But
They
they don't lose $5,000 or $10,000 or anything.
Nope. Our contracts are finance contingent, and if we have a contingency on selling a current home and it falls through and you weren't able to sell your house, your money's secured.
Right. Now, when do you start construction on that person's home?
So basically, we sell homes. 90% of our homes are already completed by the time we sell them. Sometimes we have new communities coming up where you find a home buyer that wants specific lot. I've done those very recently, and it's a little bit of a challenge, okay? It's not like before in the custom field where you used to choose the home site, choose the floor plan, choose everything, and then send everything through permitting. In our business, we already have everything permitted. So it's actually gonna go into our permitting team, seeing if they can go back to the city, change the permits, if they can do something. And once we have that is when we can build. Now, building from scratch doesn't automatically give you a special rate. That's one of the caveats on building brand scratch with us. If you build scratch, you may not have special rates.
Right, because the fact that you can build a home and then just sell it and close on it quickly creates a profit incentive for the company,
Yes.
right? Because it's a lot of work building a custom home.
It is.
We used to have 5 different models, right? We had ranch models, split level, 2-story, and, most of them were 2-car garage. But in order to make the community different, right, everybody picked their own colors. Everybody,
That's nice.
do you want the brick trim? Do you want this trim? Do you want which colors? What color roof? What color this and that? And so it made the community look unique. Right?
And I'll be honest, you had a really good one. You had 5 different models and staged. I only have 2 in my community. I have more in other communities, but I would have to drive out there. You had at least 5, next to each other.
Well, and when the customer comes out and sees the model, it helps them visualize their family in that home, right?
100%.
It's like, oh, okay. Let's see, Johnny's going to be in this bedroom, Jane's going to be here,
Exactly.
and this is our bedroom. And if we have another kid, the kids could be in here.
And the cat can go over there.
And now with remote living, people want space for their home office.
Yeah.
So that's a reality.
It is.
That didn't exist years ago, but now home offices are so common. I mean, it seems like, a third of the people at some point are working out of their home office.
Yeah, 100%. Now with the technology nowadays, we are moving into remote working. You're actually right, Jeffrey. We have a lot of different floor plans that have flex spaces, designated office space for people that live and work out of home.
Right. Well, that's really important because, most people, they want to have a dedicated space. Sometimes they want a door to close so that they can talk privately and not have, the kids screaming and yelling or whatever.
I know I would need that. I know I need it. My little 6-year-old, beautiful.
Yeah, no. So let's see, you're building in Marion County. You're actually building all over Florida, but for the folks that are in Alachua County and Marion County, D.R. Horton is doing some really incredible building. And the reason I say it's incredible because they figured out a way to build homes that are affordable. And they did that by taking every stage of the process all the way through financing homes and creating a streamlined process. Henry Ford did that with the, Model T Ford. It was like all of a sudden his idea, which was revolutionary, was every one of his workers, he wanted to have a car.
Nice.
And in the early 1900s, that was something nobody thought that people could afford.
Right.
So with in the building industry, with a growing country and demand for homes that are affordable, you have to come up with different solutions.
Yes.
And one of those solutions, of course, is, okay, we are going to be building houses all the time. We've got a team out there that's really efficient because they know the floor plans. They know how to do it. They've done it 100 times before, so they're going to get out there and do it, and there's not going to be wasted days, because sometimes a custom builder, you can wait a week to get the floor tile guy up because he's busy doing some other project, right?
100%, yes.
You know, so if you have everybody there, right, and there's no wasted day. So if it takes a year to build a house, it's because they're wasting 9 months.
That's really
Okay,
it. That's
it's
really
like,
it,
because
yeah.
if you had even in a big custom home, I promise you could get it if you had everybody on site and they were doing it efficiently. It might not take 90 days, but you could get it done in 120 to 150 days and get it well built. But the efficiencies of building are one of the things that D.R. Horton has to offer.
Yes, sir.
So if folks want to get a hold of you, you got a phone number, an email? How do you want folks to contact you?
Via phone number is fine. My number is 321-317-4578. Again, my name is Fernando Torres, and I work here in D.R. Horton, Alachua County.
Good. How long have you lived in Alachua County?
4 years.
Yeah. So how's it treating you?
I love it. Yeah, I can't say nothing more special than having my wife and daughter grow up here in a beautiful, growing community, family-oriented, and everybody living here for one goal: their kids going to school in a great school. So, I'm happy with it.
Well, we've always been very proud of our schools in Alachua County, both public and private schools.
100%.
We have lots of really good options here, and it's a people that my daughter lives in Miami. People in Miami think we're crazy that we live out. They think we like live in the middle of the woods or something.
They do. No. I had a home buyer say, "Oh, you live with Bambi." No, there's not Bambi. I love it here. He moved out here, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, and you mean you have real big grocery stores there? And yeah, we got Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, and we got Fresh Market, and we got 14 Publix here, and we have telephones and everything.
Chick-fil-A.
And Chick-fil-A. The Chick-fil-A on Archer Road is probably the #1 selling restaurant in all of Alachua County. So anyhow, we're here at Spur's Gridiron Grill with my friend Fernando Torres, and we're having this great chat about buying new homes. And he works with D.R. Horton, which is a nationally prominent home builder, the largest home builder in the United States. And for those of you that either are looking for a home for yourself, or you have kids or friends, family that needs home, D.R. Horton has solutions to the challenges in the market today. The biggest challenges have to do with the cost of construction going up and interest rates doubling. So you need to find somebody who is able to address those realities, because that's the real world now. And interest rates may go down a little bit, but they're not going to go back to 3% in our lifetime. More likely than not. I always leave that open because you never know. But the reality is there's benefits in home ownership that folks need to take advantage of if they can figure out a way to do it. I think the #1 thing really is having a home to raise a family in is so valued. There's a lot of countries where that's rare.
Right.
The United States is It's like, you want a home, we're going to figure out a way to get you a home.
The American dream. Yes, sir.
Yeah, a home, and it used to be one car in the garage. Now it's two cars or three cars
Now
or
a
four
three-car
cars.
garage.
No, my daughter lives in a community where you can't park the cars on the street. Okay,
right.
at night. You can park on the street up until 2:00. Okay.
There's an HOA.
It's an HOA, right? And so people have gotten permission from the HOA to expand the driveway, right? So you see like 4 cars in one person's house, right? Because they got to move them after 2 in the morning
Man.
to make sure that they get. And so when we say, in the old days, the dream was, a house and 2 cars in the garage. Because that means, the husband, the wife, they each had their own car, and that was the American dream, right?
Now it's growing families. Now it's 3 and 4 cars.
3
in the
and 4
driveway.
cars or more, whatever. So anyhow, I want to thank you very much for joining us today on Law Talk Live. And like I said, for those of you listening, watching, Spurrier's Gridiron Grill is an amazing experience. It's both a museum and a restaurant. Have you ever been out here before, Fernando?
I have, yes. We've hosted events here as well.
Oh, you have?
Yes, sir. Very nice.
It's really cool, right?
It is. We're on the 3rd floor, yeah.
And even people in Miami would think we're pretty cool here.
It is such a nice area. I mean, Celebration Point itself is a very nice area. Yeah, we come out here, eat pizza, ice cream. My daughter likes going to the movie theater across the street, so yes, it's very nice.
Yeah, and so we all have a good time. Well, we're going to take a short break on Meldon Law and Friends, and then I'm going to fill you in on what's going on in the community. Again, thank you for joining us, Fernando Torres with DR Horton. And it's a DR like doctor.
Like Dr.
Like
Horton.
Dr. Horton, yeah.
Well, nothing. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey, for having me.
Okay. Well, thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you
Nice meeting
again.
You as well. Thank you so much.
Jeffrey, what are you doing?
Well, I'm joining the band, of course. Since Meldon Law is the official law firm partner of the Florida Gators, I want to help.
Dad, we're litigators. Let's stick to helping people in the courtroom.
Well, can we still hang out and jam a little bit? At Meldon Law, we won't back down.
I was going down a one-way street and a girl that was driving her car T-boned me on my scooter. I ended up going for an MRI and discovering that I had 2 herniated discs. Coming to Cary allowed me to not have to worry about what doctor I was going to see or what physical therapist I had to go to. They say, these are the people we trust. You're going to have a great experience there. And I honestly did each time.
Call Meldon Law. Your consultation is absolutely free.
And I was in an accident. Someone ran a red light and hit me, and I was hurt. You don't know where to turn. Luckily, I called Jeffrey. These big insurance companies, they don't want you to win. They truly don't. But Jeffrey and his firm and the people that work here, they just really fight for you. You call the law offices of Jeffrey Meldon, because you're going to need help, and they will help you.
Call Meldon Law right now.
Hey, Sammy, look who's there. Say hi.
Hey!
You again.
Meldon Law, Jeffrey speaking.
Jeffrey! Somebody else hit us.
Here we go again. Welcome back to Meldon Law and Friends. I'm Jeffrey Meldon, founder and attorney at Meldon Law, and we had a great show today. I really enjoyed meeting Fernando Torres and learning more about what's going on in the home building industry. So what's going on? Of course, Meldon Law handles major cases where people are seriously injured through car accidents, big truck accidents, motorcycle accidents. These are things that happen in life, and when they happen, we're here to help in order to get our clients the best results, which, by the way, based on the information I have, our results for our clients, our clients are getting more than double what the average law firm in Florida gets for you. So when you see the law firms advertising back to back to back on TV, and it never stops, they're going to get you half of what Meldon Law is going to get you. So don't be a sucker. We feel like we invest in our team. We invest in high-quality legal service that provides our customers and clients the best results, and we keep you informed and let you know what's going on during the process of getting to either a settlement or, if necessary, we have an incredible trial team. So either way, we're prepared. And in order to get the best results, we're always innovating. One of our new projects is called Meldon Law Jury Research Group. And what we're looking for is individuals in both Alachua and Marion County who would like to participate in a jury research focus group and give us their opinions on a broad range of issues, as well as specifics on the cases that we are trying in front of you. You come out, we give you dinner, pay you $125 for serving as a juror, and we have most of our mock jury trials start around 6 o'clock, and we then ask you to listen to the presentation from both sides and then break out into juries. We'll have 12 people. We split it into two, and you have two groups of 6 that each deliberate. And we learn so much from these, and in fact, we share it with the insurance companies, and it helps our clients get more money. And the reason our clients get more money because the insurance companies have a basis with which to determine what the real value of the case is if it went to trial. So our goal is to get you not only the most money, but in the shortest period of time without having 3, 4, 5, 6 years of litigation and aggravation that can go with it. So we're dedicated to getting justice for our clients, and I'm very proud of our team. My son, Kerry, is the managing partner. We have over 55 people now on our team helping you at every stage of the case. So thank you very much for, allowing us to grow over time, and it's a great honor for me to see the growth of our law firm. A couple things going on in the community. Okay, February 11th, Heartwood Comedy Night at Heartwood with Joe Fenney and Viv Martin, 7 p.m. So check it out on February 11th. February 13th, the Santa Fe College Blunt Center, downtown Gainesville, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. What's AI all about? So anybody in business or just interested in what AI is, you're going to have a room full of decision makers, founders of startup companies, and you will learn a lot. This coming Friday, University of Florida baseball team playing University of Alabama at Birmingham at the Condren Family Ballpark in Gainesville. That is going to be the start of a great season. We've got terrific pitching and hitting this year. If everybody performs according to schedule, we're going to be in the College World Series at the end of the season. So let's support the Gator baseball team and Coach Kevin O'Sullivan, who's a good friend, and we support Gator baseball, and we're there. You'll see me there at the games frequently. Cliff Dorsey at the Polo Pony at the World Equestrian Center. It's great. So check it out. The Polo Pony, February 13th, Friday night, 6 p.m. Meridian Healthcare, February 14th, Valentine's Day at 8:30 in the morning. Go run for five kilometers, and you'll get healthy and support Meridian Healthcare. All you have to do is visit their website. Just look up Meridian Healthcare Gainesville. mbhci.org is their URL. But Meridian Healthcare is critical for folks that are being challenged by mental health and substance abuse disorders. They perform a very valuable service in our community. So that's a little bit of what's going on in North Central Florida. I'm Jeffrey Meldon with Meldon Law, and I want to thank you very much for listening and watching our show today. And we'll be back next week with another great edition of Meldon Law and Friends.